Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, he's losing his mind right now.
Oh my God.
He
Grandpa.
just lost his mind.
Grandpa.
Man, I'm an idiot.
All right.
Hi, Jim.
Everybody, Jimmy Indiana. Look at this. There he is. There's the man. There's the
Well, I'm
man
not-
that invented the 12 by 12 challenge.
Hold on.
In
Yeah,
our
hold on.
audience
I'm
on
gonna
our
be
show.
the voice of. I'm gonna be the voice of God for this one here.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
good. I'm glad
The
you
voice
came
of God
up with this
returns.
Sent mail inbox pending drafts. Wait, maybe I drafted one, didn't send it. No, all women. Katie, Kelly, Katie 2. So I had a Katie 1 and a Katie 2.
82. All right.
Melody. Yeah. I was quite the player when I had this phone. I'd be all, hey, baby. There was no iPhone yet, so you go, hey, baby, look at this. Woo! A flip phone. Look at me. Ho, ho, ho. I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought up a really stupid name. They call it the water hole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. Oh, we're live. We're live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
You had a show today. No game tonight, is my point. Anyway.
No game. No game on election night.
Oh, no NBA at all? Oh, wow.
No NBA at all.
Interesting. Speaking of election night, yes, it's finally over. Oh my gosh, it's finally over.
Well, the commercials are over.
It's over for me. I was going to say the text will stop coming. The robocalls will stop coming. But I got a text. Check this out. I was Marco Poloing. Yeah, I see you flexing, Darren. Yeah, thanks for letting me know YouTube wasn't up. I don't put an ad on YouTube because I don't want it to clutter the channel. So I doubt anyone on YouTube is going to see the ad and then watch. It's mainly for X, but so I turned it off and I forgot to turn it back on. So both you and Ryan noticed it. So I get this robocall. I got a robocall, or I got a text from you too. I haven't looked at it yet. So I get this thing at 3:45 my time, right? So I get this thing, and I'm trying to Marco Polo Tyler, and I see an ex-president's name in the subject. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they're robocalling me still. And I've already dropped my ballot off at the ballot box yesterday. You know, we get the mail-in ballots. And just because we're talking politics doesn't mean we're allowing politics. I'm keeping it generic. If you know, I said an ex-president's name. We're not going to.
I think so. Let me say this.
What?
The debate of politics, probably not here, but like if stuff happens with the vote coming in, I'm okay with that. I want to know that. Don't you?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
Because look, here's how it works. I've done this too much. You're gonna say, oh, so and so took this state, and then someone in the chat's gonna go, oh, fuck that shit. If that fucker wins, fuck this. And then someone's gonna go, well, your fucking candidate's a fucking idiot. And then it goes. I've seen this in DJ Haunted Horse. Trust me. Larry comes in. he makes a comment, a joke about a candidate, and then now all of a sudden he and someone else are going after each other. And it's just, fuck you, your candidate's a liar. Well, he fucking did this, she didn't do. No. Unfortunately, in this country, we cannot do that anymore. It's all a way to get to people screaming at each other. So that's why it's not allowed on the show. Look, you're a co-host, but it's just we need to agree that it's not healthy here. Now, I saw someone had a Twitter Spaces going, and they were doing election talk. There's places to go if people want to discuss it.
Who's doing a stream right now?
I don't know. I don't know who was doing it, but Jay and Humboldt was watching it or listening to it. So it showed up in my feed because I follow Jay. Jay is in the chat. Oh my
Darren,
gosh.
I love the thing that Darren just posted.
Jay is here.
No! God, please, no! No!
Jay is in the chat.
No! No!
No, you can't, Darren. No. Anyway, so yes, we cannot discuss that stuff. I've seen the Twitter threads today and everything else, and it's just like, you know what? I don't want to see it. We'll throw it on me. I don't want to see it.
I opened my show with a rant about that today. I said, if you're one of those people that have been posting political shit for the last 6 months, nonstop, and you don't vote, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting blocked.
Well, someone told me today they waited 2 hours in line to vote. I wouldn't have done it. Thank goodness for mail-in voting. I would not have done it. I am not staying in line for 2 fucking hours to cast my ballot. I'm not doing it. So
I will say this. It was pretty funny. One of the news outlets, one of the major ones, was interviewing people that had just voted. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're with so-and-so. And they weren't going to vote today until, their girlfriend encouraged them to vote. And they, introduced the guy. And the guy asked, who'd you vote for? Which I'm not going to give the answer to.
Right.
But he's like, yeah, my girlfriend said she would break up with me if I didn't vote in the election. So I had to wait for 2 hours. They had to do an address change. And then he goes, no, actually, she didn't say that. I just made it up because it sounds funny.
Hey, good for him.
TV.
That is funny. The media is probably
national
salivating.
TV.
Oh, my God, listen to this guy. Just joking.
Just lied.
Yeah. Darren's button. Yeah, Darren says, okay, I won't. Yeah. Haha. Anyway, I'm just glad it's freaking over. That's my new button. Just for today. Oh, man. Anyway, I'll say this.
Hey, somebody's at my door. Hold on. Sorry.
Someone's at your door. Rapping at your door. Someone's at his door. See, Darren? Your fucking comment made my co-host leave, Darren. I hope you're proud of yourself. Can we make jokes yet, Horse? Come on. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You need a certain amount of news. I don't know what that means. I don't know who that guy is. Hey, what's up, Mark?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Anyway.
How dare you?
So, last thing, and then we can move on. Or we can, as long as it's generic. I don't want anyone talking about parties, but it's generic.
I was saying.
No. I'm talking to the chat, not you.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, as long as we're keeping it like that. But anyway, I get a text. I'm leaving a Marco Polo for Tyler, and I get this text, former president. So I don't look at it yet because I'm leaving my polo, and I go on a rant of, oh my God, Tyler, they are still fucking texting me, and the election's happening.
You just gave up the person.
Oh no, the person I was leaving a polo for.
Yeah, and you just said their name.
I said it twice.
You were like, oh,
I said it earlier.
you said, oh my God, blank.
Oh.
They're still
I was leaving Tyler Apollo. I said that earlier.
Okay. Okay.
So then
okay.
I get the text and I'm leaving the polo for him. And I go, oh my God, they're leaving. They're texting me. Anyway, so it says there's a former president in the title, right? So I finish my polo. I click on it and it says former president, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you've done, it hasn't been enough. We need you to send $20 so that we can do whatever. And I'm thinking, it's a fucking phishing scam. Someone's making money off of these dumb idiots that are so emotionally invested in this thing. What's $20 going to get right now? What are you going to go to Indeed or Monster and hire a telephone operator with the $20 and then like hit the last 3 hours of the West Coast? I mean, it's a freaking scam. So there's someone out there making a lot of money.
Here's the other thing that they're doing. I got a text message that said, Anna, are you free to come to the barbecue party tomorrow night? Because if you respond back, that's a green light for them. Any response back is a green light or a approval for them to start sending you stuff. You can't on Apple report it as junk.
Is that what they're doing?
So what they'll do is you'll be like, hey, wrong number, and then boom, you're on the list. Here comes everything under the moon.
All right. So speaking of that, I wish they did it in order of history, but they do it in order of numerical. So I'm not going to be able to find it, but I got one yesterday, not political. It says, hey, I just want to make sure you're going to be at the meeting on Thursday. That's it. Well, there's no meeting. I have no meeting anywhere, but you know what? They're waiting for me to respond like, oh shit, what meeting? And then they got me. So I just blocked it right away. It's like, first of all, this ain't my work phone. I don't go to AA. I don't have an HOA association there is no meeting on Thursday. So anyway, that was a setup as well. They immediately get blocked. And I figure if it's legit or whatever, someone's going to eventually email me or whatever. Not everyone I know has more than one way to contact me. So if I don't respond to the text, then they can email or whatever. Anyway. Marine Corps' birthday is on the 10th. I'll talk about parties. I don't know what that means. Birthday party, Marine party.
Marine Corps.
I do know this.
Parties.
Veterans Day is on Monday. And I always think the same thing. Because I was driving into School Zone, and they said, reminder, Monday off school for Veterans Day. And I think about this one thing every year. All little Johnny and Susie get to stay home on Veterans Day, but this old veteran gets to go to work every year.
They get to stay home to respect you. That's a problem with your company. They should give you that's a national holiday, bro. You have to work
Check this out. I don't want to bite the hand that feeds. I thought about this today. I'm like, I can't say this on the show. I don't want to bite the hand that feeds. But I'm going to bite the hand that feeds. We have an employee manual, handbook. And in the handbook, it respects veterans. It says, we respect all veterans, whatever. And there's two of us that I know of. There's two of us in our building. And so it says, we'll let you have the day off. You will get charged a vacation day, and it can't conflict with anyone else because, I can't take a day off if my coworkers are off. And it can't conflict with any of your coworkers off. It needs to be approved by your boss. And I went to the other veteran at our company. I said, did you see this? I said, basically, it's the same exact thing for any vacation day. That applies to any I got to get boss approval, and I can't take it when someone else is off. So there's no and they ding me a vacation day. It is the exact same thing as taking a vacation day 365 days a year at the company.
Well, it's a little bit
there's no way.
There is, because you told me they black out dates.
They
that
do.
Nobody can request off.
Yeah, but
so
not
it's a
that
little
day.
bit different in that.
Someone
sense.
has. Let me put it this way: I have a coworker that has it off. So if I go ask for it, they'll say no because this guy's got it off.
You know, most companies are supposed to give you like at least an hour. I think the par here in California is 2 hours to go vote.
I
Paid?
don't think that's a law. Well, it could be a state law. I don't think it's a law. I think it's a law. I don't think it's a law. I don't think it's a federal law because we don't allow it, and we are run by the book. We are run by the book. There is no fudging the rules at my company. It is letter of the law. I bet you it's a California thing. Veterans Day is a Marine Corps
Vote
hangover holiday.
notices. The California Elections Code 14.001 requires employers to post a notice to employees advising them of provisions for taking paid leave for the purpose of voting in statewide elections. Samples of this notice, as well as a notice to employers regarding time off for voting, is now available in PDF form. Employers must post it 10 days before the election. You know the problem with this? Because I have been a party to a suit suing an employer.
Yeah,
Nobody would ever sue an employer over just this violation.
right.
No attorney would take that case. Ever.
Because what's the attorney going to get? A
Exactly.
day's pay?
What are the damages?
Yeah, a day's pay, 2 hours pay.
Yeah,
So I have
and
a website here that has every state's voting requirement. I go to Oregon, no voting leave requirements. Pennsylvania, no voting leave requirements. Rhode Island, no voting leave requirements. Now, Oklahoma, Ohio, North Dakota, employers are encouraged to provide time off to vote, but are not required to do so by law. So I scroll back up to California here, and it probably says what you said. If an employee does not have enough time outside of work to vote in a statewide election, they may take paid time off. That's like the Veterans Day thing. You have a vacation day, paid time off to ensure they can vote with a maximum of 2 hours paid leave. This leave must be scheduled at the beginning or end of their shift, whichever provides the most voting time. Anyway, you got anything to add before we move along?
What's up, Mark? How you doing tonight, buddy? Just saw him in here.
Mark already
that's
got
it.
his.
Welcome to the party.
He got two now.
Hey, this guy's going door to door on election night, asking for, I don't know, the American Legion of Subcommittee, Legion of
Who?
something. The guy that came knocking at our door.
Oh!
dinner time.
Yeah, according to that text I got to send them $20 or whatever, apparently this is a big scam night to rake in money.
Well, this is actually a good subject. I think that you are a shitty employer if you ask your employees to go door to door. That is like the hardest thing ever, because rarely 1 out of 10 people are happy to see you or like excited. Like
1 out of 10, I think that's a little high.
It's probably a little high. Yes. I had a friend that worked for a company. It was one of those, you've probably seen like the people that come by your office with these coupon books, and it's like, oh, I'm here on behalf of Silver Legacy or the Oakland A's.
Yep.
And man, what a shitty job to do that business to business, or even worse, door to door.
No way. Dude, I started at my company, cold call sales, and it was a legitimate, business to business product. Laundry services, mat rentals, dust mops and stuff. And I was horrible. I got fired from my company. That's the funny thing about me working there is I got fired.
Fired
I got
from your company?
terminated for not hitting my sales quotas because I suck as a salesperson. Badly, horrible, suck.
So how does this go? So ring, ring, ring. Hello.
No, it was face to face.
Oh, it was face.
It was me going into a business and saying, "Hi, I'm with so and so. We provide a mat rental service, or if it's a restaurant, we provide a bar towel laundry service and blah 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 and blah 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 blah." And yeah, so it's one of those things. It's funny because when Jim Rome talks about when he did cold call sales, and he goes, he gets like the cold sweats just thinking about how horrible it was. I get the same thing when he talks about it. It's like that uncomfortable. I hated it because you're going to get 25 no's for every yes. So you're going to have 25 people tell you to get the fuck out of there. They're not interested for every one. So try that every day, having 20 people say, get the fuck out of here. And then my boss would say, ignore the no soliciting sign. Say you didn't see it.
See, that's the worst. The worst is like the little tricks that they do.
Yes.
So like, say you're my neighbor, right? And you're like, fuck off. They'll be like, oh, I didn't catch your name. What's your name? Oh, Chris, fuck off, right?
Yeah.
But then they go to the next store and they're like, hey, I was just talking to your neighbor, Chris. And he was super excited,
really
about
interested.
the product that we have.
He's going to sign up tomorrow.
He told me that I should definitely come by and tell you guys about it. It's like all the greasy little things.
Right. Jay's got a good topic. Try selling the Marine Corps on recruiting duty as a billet to get promoted to staff sergeant. That's recruit. I was the easiest recruit there was. I went in there knowing I was signing up for the Army. I went in there, but those guys have to keep you strung along because it's not just signing the paper and you're in. No, they've got to keep you interested for weeks and months before your class starts and everything. All the while you can back out of it. So they can have a yes, and 3 months later they're like, "Oh, my girlfriend's pregnant. I'm not gonna go in." And they're like, "Fuck," because they've got goals too.
Jay, what year were you doing that? Because it doesn't seem like that was a problem until we got to like 2006, 2007, 2008.
I don't think it's a problem still.
I
think the military,
I think a lot of people.
There's more people that want to get into the military than the military needs.
Well, then what's so bad about it?
Well, I'm just saying if you're a recruiter, you've got to hold them long enough. I didn't know you were a recruiter, Jay. That I didn't know. That's interesting. Oh man, I got questions for you. That's it. It's a hard job, but tell me I'm wrong. I mean, because here's the thing: when the I guess look, let me pull that back. Unemployment right now is at 4%. It probably is hard now. I'm thinking of the times when the unemployment rate's like 7-8%. More people want to get in than their slots because it's a good career. If you don't have any directions, like my nephew's in the Navy right now. He tried college, hated it. He looked for work, and he went into the Navy. And it's been great for him because it gives, especially at 18, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I was getting jobs at like dishwasher, busboy. I'm like, fuck this. And it's great.
So for you, Jay, I think Burn Dog too. Burn Dog
Cindy
is a veteran. Cindy.
Darren.
You can go to, what's that? Darren. You guys can go to 7-Eleven and get a free Big Gulp or a large coffee on Veterans Day.
Oh, dude, I got places to go for free lunch. Red Robin.
You got Applebee's.
Red Robin.
You get a free lunch.
I go to Red Robin.
Red Robin. Black Angus. You get 15.
We don't have those anymore. They all closed down up here.
BJ's, you get a free Pizookie with purchase of a meal. Oh, the Oreo Pizookie is so good. I'm trying to go through the national ones. CPK, California Pizza Kitchen. You get a free meal There you go.
Well, Red
Barbecue
Robin,
chicken
you get
pizza.
endless fries and a burger, and I believe a drink. So I went there the last 2 years, and it's been amazing.
Chick-fil-A, you can get an original breakfast sandwich or chicken sandwich.
Nice.
Chili's, you can get a free meal. Dude,
Yeah,
Cracker Barrel.
my friend and
a
I were
free
gonna
slice
hop
of
because
double
last year it
fudge.
fell on the weekend. We were gonna go hit like 5 restaurants. We ended up going to one.
Denny's, you get a Grand Slam. Dunkin', you get a free
Oh, IHOP
donut.
has something too. I think you get a red, white, and blue pancakes. It's got strawberries, blueberries, and whipped cream on it. IHOP.
Wow, Golden Corral. 6 p.m. to close. All Golden Corrals are hosting a military appreciation night, including a free thank you meal.
Nice.
Now, the only reason I know about Golden Corral and their prices is because for whatever reason,
Your mother.
we
sorry.
open it up to my mother-in-law.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
you want to go to Ruth Chris, you want to go to Morton's, you want to go to Bennett's, wherever you want to go. It's your day. Golden Corral.
Jay says I'm not irate. The fuck, Rhino? Are you kidding, Jay? I hit all the places I can get free food, and I'm not irate either. But I'll take a free meal. Just kidding, Rhino. He says. Dude, I'm going to Red Robin. And then what's cool is they gave us a thank you card, and everybody in the restaurant signed it.
That's cool. In and out, you get a complete free meal. You can get a burger, fries, and a milkshake.
Where's that?
Krispy Kreme, In and Out.
Really?
Yes. Free lunch combo at Little Caesars.
Nice.
McCormick and Schmick's. There you go. That's
Is that
a decent
nationwide?
steakout.
I didn't know they had those down there.
They're around a lot of hotels.
Yeah,
in,
we
like,
have them up here.
downtown
I thought it was a
areas.
local thing.
Olive Garden, free meal.
Yep.
There's some good places on here. Pete's
Yep.
Coffee, you get a free coffee.
Yep.
Sizzler sucks. Starbucks, you get Starbucks, why are you being cheap? A 12-ounce drip coffee? Do better.
A drip coffee? Is that just the black?
Yes. Yeah, it's just a
Oh, gosh.
do better. Come on. White Castle. Gosh, I wish we had a White Castle. I wish
Right.
we would have hit one somewhere near Wisconsin.
So,
and
question to the vets. Well, I know too. I don't know if Cindy's lurking. I want you guys. Well, not question. This is your assignment. I want you guys to get a free meal on Veterans Day, and then we all compare notes the next day.
There
I'm
you
going.
go.
I'm going to Red Robin. I already know I'm going there. Oh, and here's
I
the
didn't
trick with
see-
Red Robin. Don't go there at noon. I got there at like 10:45, and got right in. By noon, the line was wrapped around the freaking restaurant.
I didn't see Red Robin. Oh, there it is. Yep. Offering a free Big Red's Tavern burger.
And endless fries.
Okay, here's the thing though, dude. Any of you vets that go take advantage of a sit-down restaurant, you need to tip like you were paying.
I did.
Okay, it's not
Yep.
like, oh, my meal was $3, so 20% of that. No, you tip like
Well,
you
you
would
wouldn't
pay
tip for a
normally.
free meal. No, I added what it was on the what it would have cost me full price, and I tipped.
Yes.
Yep. I think they told me not to, and I still did. I left cash on because you don't have
Gotta do
you're
it.
not paying with a credit card, so you can't do it on your credit card. You have to have cash on you.
Yes, carry cash.
Carry cash. So yeah, I tipped whatever it was, like $3.50, $4. Yeah. Yep. Boom.
How do you?
All right.
Okay, and I'm not saying this like from a vain place because I would never do this.
No.
In fact, Liam just had his first lesson today about what karma is. So we had
All
that
right.
whole conversation.
Yeah.
But what do they ask for to prove that you bring your DD-214?
No,
or
it's
what?
it's case by case. Red Robin. I had my DD-214 because I wasn't sure the first time I went. They just take the honor system. They just honor system. So, but I would take my DD-214 because I think McCormick and Schmick's. I think we were going to do that like 5-6 years ago, and I think they said bring in your DD-214. So it's case by case. But Red Robin, they're just like, if you're gonna be a douche and fake veteran status and go, I mean, I guess they figure, you know what, just we're gonna give you a free meal and you're a douchebag.
So one of our good friends and show contributors loves this restaurant, the Melting Pot, complimentary 4-course meal with a
What?
purchase of another
That place is
4-course meal.
expensive. So
You
Jay,
can get-
here's the question I have for Jay.
Whoa.
VA has ID cards. Yes, my dad had a VA. I even have it still in my dresser drawer. But we don't all have VA. Not all of us are VA registered. So how do we provide our proof? Because I can't go into a VA hospital and get care. You've gotta be eligible, and I make too much money, so I can't. So how do regular veterans that don't have the VA ID cards? I mean, it's DD-214. Now they're getting really good with the military ID. I have an app now that I've signed up for, and once they pull your file and vet you, no pun intended, then I can use that app like I get my discount at Home Depot and Lowe's. What are you seeing?
That's a really good deal. If any of you are in the market for a Sleep Number bed and you're a veteran, 20% off.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. That's
Yeah.
probably
Go to the VA and get a card, because I looked at that and it's like, no, you've got to be up to get medical benefits to get one. Unless it's changed in the last 7-8 years. That's the last time I looked. I thought you had to be in the position to get benefits, like go to the hospital, because that's what it's used for. It's to admit yourself to the hospital. Right? Anyway.
wow, Dave and Buster's. You get a free entree and a $10 power card.
What, to play in the games and stuff? Is that what that is?
Yes, that is really good.
Your son's gonna sign up for the military tomorrow. That's his favorite place.
He probably isn't.
Yeah.
He you know what he wants to do, and I'm damn near convinced he will. He wants to be a space scientist.
Nice.
And maybe go to
Astrophysicist.
space. Yeah.
Nice.
He's got the brain for it.
Well, I was gonna
He's
say, the
smart.
old days, if you wanted to go into space, you had to be in the military, but now it's not the case anymore. But
No, it's the perfect time for him because
Yeah.
you have all these companies
Private.
that are privately trying to.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day, though, you had to go into the Navy or the Air Force if you want to go into the space program. There were no civilians flying up into space. Oh, this is great. Okay, so it's got the candidate's name on the ballot, so I can't put this on the screen because it breaks my own rule. But Wells just posted a picture of a ballot with the candidates on it. And then at the bottom it says write in, and he checked the write in, and it says whoever can end my jungle ban. That's funny. That's the
Okay.
political stuff I like.
There's been people doing that shit all day. with
Yeah.
ballots. You haven't seen them all over X where they're like writing in something.
No,
funny
because
or-
I have my X settings to only people I follow. I do not like for you, because they don't. For you
But
means a bunch of crap I don't want to see. No,
There's
I only.
people that both of us follow that have been doing that. That
Really?
was part of my rant.
I haven't
earlier
seen
today,
it.
Yes.
Weird. Anyway, whoever can end
That's
my
pretty
jungle
funny.
ban.
Okay, but that's kind of creepy too. Like if you're Rome and you see that, like
He's gonna see it because I'm gonna tag him on it.
it's so extreme.
It's funny.
Like, it is funny. I will give you that.
Oh, he already
but-
tagged Jim Rome on it. Oops, I'm gonna delete my tag. Sorry. All right. Anyway,
He's never gonna get reinstated. He's never gonna get reinstated.
Burndog says if I win tonight's Mega Millions, 1% of my net winnings to Darren for his broken button work. What do you mean broken button work? He's got a button, and it's not broken. It's right here. It's right there. What's broken about that? Okay, so let's get to some weird news. We're rambling, which is fine. I haven't seen you or done a show with you in like over a week, so since last Wednesday, so a week. Last night you missed out on the story. A woman was paying $12,000 a month to take needle injections of salmon sperm into her ass. And she had a big ass. She's one of those women that has like normal salmon sperm.
Salmon spunk?
Sperm, yeah. 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 She's a model. So she was getting daily micro injections of salmon sperm. And apparently it's a real thing. Anyway, you missed out on that story, so sorry. You missed out. 'Cause it was on the Haunted Horse Show. But tonight...
What was that, Jim?
Oh, Ryan, that's pretty good for you. That's pretty good for you. Wait, Ryan,
That was
a woman
good
had
for me.
sex with you?
That was really good for me that I missed out on that story. You're right, Jim.
Right.
Anyways,
It is.
go ahead.
It is.
Few thoughts there, Horse. This doesn't involve you.
Yeah, it does.
You're not involved in this conversation. Why are
Yeah,
you
skewered.
injecting yourself into this conversation?
Injecting like the salmon sperm into that woman's ass. Anyway.
You know why? That's funny that he used the word injecting.
Injecting. I'm
Well done.
injecting myself into the conversation. I think Giants fans hate the Dodgers more than Yankee fans do. I know I'm right.
Okay, so I've talked to a few hardcore Giants fans, and I guess I'll classify you as hardcore. You're the only one that's
Bullshit.
taken it to, like, I don't give a F. Like, although they hate the Dodgers, they had a respect of how, like, good that team was. Like,
They're
were clearly the best
bandwagon
team.
Giants fans. Come on.
No, one of them is a hardcore. Like, hardcore to the soul.
You
That's why I
don't
was
ever
surprised.
want your
I
rival
get
to
it, though.
win. You don't. As a Seahawk fan, are you going to respect the 49ers if they win the Super Bowl and go, I respect them so much? Now, that's a bad rivalry because it's new. That was not a rivalry for me growing up because they were in the AFC, the Seahawks. I didn't give a
Right.
crap about the Seahawks. Our rivals were the Rams when I was growing up. And then the Seahawks had to flip over. I still to this day cannot believe the NFL, the king of all sports now, had some divisions with 5 teams and some divisions with 4 teams. And if you won your division, you made the playoffs. So some divisions had an extra team that they had to beat. It's like, who thought that was a good idea? And then they finally fixed it and made them all the same, right? But it's like,
Yeah.
the Niners were in a division with 3 other teams where AFC, like Rams, or not Rams, the AFC West had Seahawks, Chargers, Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, and Denver Broncos. 5 teams! And they were usually 5 pretty good teams. And, like, we had, the Niners had the Saints, the Rams, is the Falcons? Saints, Rams, and Falcons, I think. No, not Falcons. Saints, Rams. Who is... Oh, man.
Cardinals.
I don't think so.
It's really cool, Jay, by the way. I'll hit you
Anyway.
up for sure.
Death
That's
to the
awesome.
Niners always. Hey, Darren, did you hate the Niners when Seahawks were in the AFC West? You didn't care about the Niners. I didn't care about the AFC West unless we played them in the Super Bowl like we did the Broncos and spanked the shit out of them. Anyway, what weird news do we have tonight? You know what? I have not read this story, but we're going to ask our wives this. You have an assignment. You have to ask your wife this. This is from the Mirror in England. Mind-blowing question will determine whether your partner really knows you. So it's innocuous. It's going to be simple. You're going to ask her this, and you're going to find out if your wife really knows you. And I'm going to ask my wife and find out if my wife really knows me. I don't even know what it is yet. But we're going to do this. If you think your partner never takes on board anything you tell them, there is now a way to determine how much they truly know about you with one mind-blowing, in quotes, question.
It's going to be like the orange thing. All right. Keep going.
What was the orange thing?
Oh,
we did
they're
this,
a
didn't we?
keeper if they peel the orange.
That's
for you.
right. Remember that. That was stupid. This is probably stupid too. Whether your partner incredibly attentive, taking stock of all your quirks. Oh, she takes stock in my quirks and favorite things, or a bit more absent. It's always nice to know. Here's the problem. She's very, I mean, she told me the other day, that this is the day she emailed me. When are you going to ask me out? Because I favorited her on that Plenty of Fish website. And like for 2 weeks, I didn't send anything. And she, and on Halloween, 14 years ago, I sent you an email. Are you ever going to ask me out? And I don't remember that shit.
Do you remember how long you waited to contact her after your first date? Or did you?
Yeah, so this is the weird part. So it's a 14-hour date, right? And so it started Friday afternoon at like 4 p.m. and then it went to like 4 a.m. And neither one of us went back to each other's house. We were out until 4 a.m. So yeah. I asked her as we were going off, I said, obviously we're going to go home and go to sleep. We haven't slept all night. Do you want to go out later tonight or tomorrow? I think it was so this was Saturday morning. I said, you want to go out tomorrow? And she goes, oh, I've already made plans with this other guy and it'd be rude to cancel. And I'm like,
no way.
Yeah, she did. And that's funny because that's how she is. It's rude. It's too soon to the date or whatever. And I'm like, and my response was like this fast. I'm like, oh, that poor bastard has no luck now that you went out with me. And she's like, oh. So then we go our separate ways. So I didn't contact her. This is my memory. I don't know if this is true, but I don't think I contacted her that day or the next day because I figured she was out on the date. So probably 24 hours, maybe the next day's evening or something. Probably. I'm not the game guy. I don't wait 3 days and make them sweat or anything like that. If it goes 3 days, it means I've ghosted them because I'm a douchebag and I don't want to tell them I'm not interested.
See, like we had a really good.
It was the Falcons. Sorry. Thank you, Jay.
Falcons. There you go. We went to a place. It's a local place. Same idea as. Gosh dang it! Why is the name escaping me? I think it starts with an S. Where they do all the Benihana's.
Got it.
It's similar to Benihana's, but we did one of those, and then we're sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, do you want to?" And I was not a big drinker at the time. I'm like, "Oh, do you want to go get a drink?" And earlier in the conversation, she had told me if she doesn't really like guys, then she'll be like, "Oh, we should go to a movie," because then she doesn't have to talk to him. And she's like, "I'm not really in the mood for a drink, but you want to go to the movies?" And I'm like, "Fuck." And like she didn't realize that she didn't make the connection, but The Hangover 2 had just come out. So we go to see The Hangover, and in the movie theater, we're holding hands, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the night, I go in for a kiss, and she turns her head. And I'm like, wait, you held my hand? But she wouldn't kiss me? Like, it confused me, and I'm like, it's done. There's no way she's going to call me.
Right.
I think she called me like an hour or two later. But, yeah, I wasn't going to wait the 3 days. I actually wasn't going to call at all.
Right.
But in hindsight, that means she's a good girl. She wasn't
she
like
wanted
one of those
you to, yeah, sometimes they're self-conscious. Like, if I'm too forward, he's going to think I do that with everybody. So I've heard.
And in the moment, if you're a dude, you're like thinking, oh, hell yeah, right? But then, like, if it's somebody you end up, like, catching feelings for and you're with, you're like, wait, they slept with me on the first night?
Right.
You know, like...
See, that never bothers me. I mean, probably did in my 20s, but now I don't care. I don't care. If I'm in love with someone or I've got feelings for someone and they're like, yeah, I've been with, like, 100 guys. Okay. Doesn't bother me because I wasn't around.
But you found that, but you would find it out so early before, like, you would have, like...
Probably, yeah. I mean, but I don't have... Because there's a double standard there. I've gotten over the double standard. Like, for a guy, it's like, yeah, 100. For a woman, it's like, ooh, I don't want to be with... I got over that in my 20s. In my 20s, it would have bothered me.
Listen to this, Cindy. I met
saw that.
Tony at a restaurant.
Yes.
As soon as he walked in, I got up and kissed him. Got it out of the way.
That's awesome.
So you just walked up and kissed him, Cindy. You just laid it on.
Some guys that might be a problem for. They don't want they be like, whoa, I'm used to being the one to initiate that. So, the wrong guy, that could be a bad deal.
So Jenny had a really bad night.
Good night,
one
Darren.
And we were at the early stages of dating, and she tried to hang with me and my buddies, and I give her credit for that. But she was drinking amaretto, or like Disaronno, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so I had to work the next day. She did not. I woke up feeling like ass because I had taken care of her the night before. And so by the time I got home from work, I just passed the freak out. It was probably like, I don't know, 5 p.m. One of the worst hangovers I can remember. She was so worried that I like had ghosted her over what happened with her not feeling well and everything.
Yeah.
Which I guess she was driving by the house and like seeing if my car's there.
Nice.
And I thought it was cute, and then I was like, oh, that's a little creepy, but I get it. You know, if you're sitting there puking, farting,
Right.
you're probably that early in a relationship. Yeah, I get it.
No, hey, anything early on can be big to somebody. Yeah, she says, Cindy says, then he ain't right for me. Got to get out of the way too, right? I agree. I that's goes to my whole theory of getting all my baggage out, all the skeletons out in the first several dates, so that if any of them are deal breakers, usually it's the 2 marriages. It's like, you know, hey, does that bother you? If it does,
And I don't disagree with that. But Cindy, you just saw Tony and you walked over and kissed him. Or did you have a date set up with Tony and you just walked up?
no,
and
she had a
kissed him?
date. That's the way I
Okay,
read it.
it was a date.
I met Tony
Okay.
at a restaurant. It's not like he was just some stranger and she's like, hey.
Well, she's saying I met
No.
Tony at a restaurant.
Yeah, I think the met Tony is the date part. Yes.
Okay.
She had a date. Yeah. That's the way I read it. No, if it was just a stranger, then that would really be interesting. Just standing there. My anniversary is a week from tonight. I had to write it down so I don't. I'm like,
Is
oh,
it
shit.
really?
Yeah. We got 11, 12, 13. Nice, easy date to remember.
What are you going to do?
11, 12. So since it's Tuesday night, we're going to have dinner here, but we'll either go out. Well, I got a wood scopes on Saturday, so we're not going out this Saturday. Probably the
Wood
Saturday after.
Scopes.
Yeah, we are.
Who's
Yeah.
the guest?
I hope I wasn't supposed to go out with her on Saturday night. It'll be next
Who's the
Saturday.
guest?
She's easy.
Who's the guest on the
I have
Scopes?
not got permission to talk about guests.
You're having a Wood Scopes, and we're less than a week out, and you can't.
Well,
talk
he's.
about
I
the-
always make because look, I don't know if 12wood wants to make the announcement. It's his show. Like, hey, everybody, I got this person. So I don't want to break the news here. If he wants to, you know, if you had someone that someone you were excited about, you wouldn't want me telling people about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to get you
Yeah.
to break
No,
the
no.
news.
Oh.
I'm saying, in theory, because he has so few shows these days.
Right?
Like,
I would have been talking
you-
about it a week ago.
You are now 2 days into the
the week.
week,
Right.
and you haven't.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
Right. Anyway, yeah. All right. I didn't know about wood scopes. Yeah, well, no one knew until I just opened my mouth. Because I'm sitting there going, I told her yesterday, I'm like, oh, I got a wood scopes on Saturday or whatever. And I'm like, oh, shit. Were we supposed to do something for our anniversary on that night? No, she told me that night was open, so I know that. Because, you know, trying to line it up with Bacon's schedule, 12wood schedule, and my schedule has been tricky lately. So
Dude,
yeah, we're probably doing it
I'm
the following Saturday.
I'm still trying to find out or figure out all the boxes of shit that have shown up here.
From
For
the
the King stuff.
have you told
They're-
anybody about that yet on
They're
your
not
show?
from. So it's not. No, it's not from the Kings directly, but it's from somebody that is a interested party
Yeah.
in the Kings.
Tell everybody what
skin-
you're getting. You're getting boxes of
has-
King's gear.
Yes, I've had
Kids shirts,
two-
women's shirts, men's shirts, and it's assorted. It's not in any kind of thing. It's just like an eclectic bunch of clothing.
Yes.
That's all
It's
King's
like
gear.
It's like the team store, like from the last 5 years, just threw up in a couple of boxes. Like
There you go.
everything you can think of. And I know there's
Interesting.
got to be a reason for it. I just haven't been able to figure it out. Like
It's a mystery.
Bizarro.
It is. Yeah, I saw the picture of one. It's one had a Christmas themed King's
Yes,
something.
It's a King's Christmas blazer.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes,
Interesting.
I know. It's weird.
Talked for a few weeks before, so they talked before they went on the date. I had it down to a routine. There's so many when I was doing the dating. There's so many interactions with electronics before the phone number. Because I was trying to weed out kook. Because there were a lot of, not a lot,
Yeah, kook.
kooky women, like stalkery or kooky or crazy. Woo! So I was trying to find out as much as I could electronically before the number exchange. Because once they got your phone number, if they turn out to be crazy, and I traded, I ended up on dates with some real women, and once they have your phone number, then you're screwed. And then it was phone for a long time before they knew my address. So even on a first date, I was not giving out my address. I wanted to make sure. So I had a because you get burned. You make these
Didn't
rules
the yellow
because
pages. Hold on though, didn't the white pages have your address and
you could
phone
have
number in
you
it?
could have it was up. You could have it blocked. You would see someone's name and number with their no address on the line that's next to it. But this is now it's all irrelevant because if someone wants
It's
to
all
find
over
out,
the
I can find Burns, I can find anyone in our chat's address.
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't
phone
take very
numbers
long.
and-
Yeah.
No, it's easy.
Yeah, it's
It's
everywhere.
definitely easy.
All right, let's
So
get
are
through
you-
this. Huh?
Okay, I was gonna ask you one last question.
for it.
We'll get through the story.
Yeah.
Are you gonna run with the idea of pulling one thing out of that box of chaos that you found?
Oh, you're talking about my box of like old trinkets and stuff.
Yes, like a segment a week where
Can it be
it's
A picture, anything in the box.
something from the box.
One
Yes.
item of my past. I mean, I got my old military ID. I mean, there's lots of stuff. I have my dad saved all my baby teeth from the Tooth Fairy. So I've got a whole jar of my baby teeth. I've got weird shit past. One item of my past
Fair
each
enough.
week. I have my baby boots.
Your baby boots?
Yeah, my first pair of shoes.
Is your umbilical cord?
No, I don't have that. I don't think they were saving that in the late '60s. But I have my first diaper pin, and my baby boots, and my first hat.
diaper
I had a
pin.
little hat. I have that too.
That's so funny. Your first diaper pin. My goodness, if anybody else is still using cloth diapers, stop. Just stop.
Right.
People do it now. They have delivery and
Well,
pickup
I mean, if
services
you're
for 'em.
environmentally conscious, I could see why they would do it. But yeah, it would suck. Dude, my dad saved a bunch of stuff that I just got recently because it ended up in my aunt's house and then she gave it to me 2 Christmases ago. I have the menu from my mom's stay in the hospital, what she had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because you check it off.
After she had the baby?
Yeah.
After she
Yeah.
had you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say not before. They
No.
usually
So
let 'em
so
eat.
there's like boxes like, what do you want? Check it off. Like French toast or and she checked it off and then there's the date on there. And yeah. I mean, I've got a
Such
lot
a
of
random
weird
thing.
random shit. Yes. All right. DNA to
Right.
find distant relatives that were criminals. Yeah, right. They're finding those people now through these DNA sites. Okay,
100%.
so we're going to find out how attentive. Let's get to the question. The question, which went viral on TikTok, may help you find out how much your loved one has taken on board about you. But it may expose some true feelings about how people view you and your personality traits. God, this sounds like a nothing burger, I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
It's another orange peel. In a video shared by TikTok account at Questions for Love, a woman said, quote, Want to know how well your partner or best friend knows you? Ask them this question. All right, here's the question. If someone told you they saw me arguing with a stranger on the street, what would you immediately assume I was arguing with them about? Unquote. All right, let me do that again. If someone told you, so you're telling this to your wife, if someone told you they saw me arguing with a stranger on the street, what would you immediately assume I was arguing with them about? My wife's going to say they were driving bad or something because I get road rage.
That's so stupid.
It is pretty stupid. The account captioned the video by saying the question was, quote, random, but was sure to give entertaining answers and commenters. So if you asked your wife, hey, if someone told you they saw me arguing with a stranger on the street, what would I be? You think your wife would give an answer, or would she go, what?
It'd probably be the what? But she would probably have more ideas.
I'm gonna ask my wife, and I'll get the answer. And
if I had
Cindy
to
says dumb.
guess, now if this is her alone without Liam, if it's with Liam, it would 100% be somebody smoking a cigarette.
So around your kid,
Yes,
that bugs you.
100%.
Yeah.
But
If it's
it
alone-
bugs her.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you think?
You know what's hilarious? My dad used to smoke while my mom and I were in the car with the windows up. That's the 70s for you, bro.
different?
It was
dude.
like, yeah, it was different. But man, I was back there 2, 3, 4 years old in a cloud of smoke, just breathing that shit in. And
They used
that
to
was
send
acceptable.
They used to send cigarettes out with MREs
Yeah. Before me.
in the Morale
Before my
series.
time. Yeah. But I mean, smoking with your kid in the back seat is worse than that. It's one thing you're smoking it out of an MRE. That's your choice. Your family's in the car. My mom didn't smoke. I didn't smoke, obviously. And just
Yeah.
puffing, if it was a cold day, the windows were up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway. All right. So that's the question. I'm going to ask my wife. Let's see what she says. I don't know that's going to. Here's the thing, though. It may sound like that's some, see if your marriage is that's a dumb. That's not going to tell you if your marriage is
No,
good or not. It's just, it's
it's-
an interesting thing, but it's not like if they give the wrong answer, you're like, oh, we're going to get a divorce because you don't know me. No, it's just
I mean, if
dumb.
they give you an answer or give you, okay, not a answer, but if they give you multiple answers, then they're indirectly telling you they're petty or you're petty.
Well, it depends on what the answer is.
But if,
Right?
no. Like if they see you arguing if you say, hey, Jen, if you saw me arguing on the street with somebody, what do you think the argument will be about? If she has 10 different things, then it's like, okay,
Well, yeah.
maybe
No, I
she
get
thinks
it.
I'm a little petty.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
Yeah,
Like, if you got to think about it really hard.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah. No, I see where you're going. If there's 10 things, then it's like, God, you think I'm a dick or something?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
there's all these things that I argue about. I like to smell cigarettes from a distance, says Jay. Not me. Dude, if the guy is a half mile away and I can smell the smoke, I hate it. It's gross.
Liam, can you let mommy in, please?
6 o'clock. We are out of here. We made it. You know what? Thank you to the chat. Very, very observant of the rules. I appreciate it. Do you hear that Jim Rome's going to take video Zoom calls now on that 4th hour show. Did you see that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Starting
no,
tomorrow.
I didn't see that.
Starting
That doesn't
tomorrow.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So they're interesting. All right. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we got through tonight. We got through this election. So we'll be back tomorrow with a regular old. That wasn't too loud, was it?
No.
Okay. We'll be
It's
back
okay.
with a regular old show. You're only here half day tomorrow because you have a 7 o'clock game.
Yes.
So you're here till 5:30, and then solo. And if anyone wants to join with Zoom tomorrow, come on in. No politics, but come on in. All right.
Get in.
All right.
All right.
See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.
Thanks for showing up, everybody in the chat. And Cindy, I like your story. You got good stories, Cindy. You have got good stories. I like them. The walk up and
Agreed.
kiss your future husband story was awesome. All right, everybody, we are out of here. Later.
Peace.